I know we already set up this moment. We've already played it out. We're just catching it up in time.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah. So we will bring Ocyphius in unless you
Okay.
have just specific questions or anything like that before we start. Anything?
Uh, no, I'm pretty open. This all happened really quick this morning.
Yeah, it
So
did, didn't it?
so I'm just gonna kind of just go with it and roll with it. I mean, I need some guidance for sure.
Okay,
So
perfect.
to see where we go. Yeah.
All right, just make sure everything's good. Yes, we're all good. Ocyphius is going, come on, let's go. No, kidding. All right, greetings then. This is Big O, and Roxy likes to call me that. How are you?
Hi, Big O. I'm well. Nice to talk to
Awesome.
you.
Very good. Pleasure to talk to you in that fashion. All right, so let's begin this rodeo, so to speak. There's a lot that we have, let's say, already played out, as Roxy had said. There's going to be a couple of different definitions we're going to work on within, and let's say there's a couple of them that probably won't be exposed because one will answer the other. Just know that it's in there, and if it comes up later, what I mean is, oh, I forgot to ask this question, it'll be related to one of the answers in another idea. Make sense?
Does, yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah. All right. So begin with any question that you have, any, let's say, heartbeat of joy that you want to express.
Well, I heard you this morning, and,
Mm,
and what I really got, that I think for the first time, was the understanding that it's all about excitement. I mean, I get that, but what I am allowing into my reality, or what I have been allowing in a patterning fashion,
mm-hmm.
is the negative aspects from my DNA, from my life experiences, instead of the positive, life affirming, courageous aspects that I know also are there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm at a place where I want that. I want to shift.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You can
It
see what's
makes
in my
perfect
heart.
sense.
You can see
Absolutely.
what's in my heart.
All right. So let's start with this. Now listen very closely. And this is the kind of a paradox, and this is where a lot of idealized ascenders within the awake world in this space-time now miss this point. All right? Those negative vibrations. First, we'll start with the vibrations, what you deemed is in your DNA of your past cycled lives, all right? There is no karma. You don't have to work anything out. What it is most certainly in the now within your frequency band, because you are all nows, and all of your other selves are all now as well. So it's a matter of just tuning into them, and you draw upon them in equivocal ideas. I get this representation in the mirror, and it makes you feel a certain way of negativity. It could be you in the direct now of, let's say, limitation, as well as many of your probable selves. Make sense?
Yes,
You follow me so far?
so far.
All right, stick with me on this. The idea is that exposure of that negative is exactly what you want. We know that there are positive things out there, but going for or trying to
Mm,
create positive ideas when there's a negative idea present is avoidance of the
mm,
negative healing.
mm.
The paradox is you are here to deconstruct the illusion. You are not here to live on, let's say, a desert island and be that of just perfect harmony all the time. Yes, you will get there. However, with the vibration presence of your deconstruction, mm, your
Yes.
personality complex that you're deconstructing with the vibrational presence in that as an acceptable framework of reality, then there is no pure joy, ecstasy. Because when you see it, you avoid it and think of something exciting and try to shift yourself, then this is still there. It doesn't heal itself until you heal it, which is you healing you. Are you
Mm.
with me so far?
I am, yeah.
All
I,
right.
yeah.
So now this idea, listen now. is when you see that vibration, it is that of complete acceptance. That vibration of negative we're talking is that complete idea of acceptance. Now, a lot of fashions, I am in direct experience through Roxanne, it sucks. It's painful. You motherfuck the universe. You want it to, let's say, why do I deserve this at some points? However, every time you engage in that vibration of negativity, every time you get the direct experience, not theory, because in theory you have avoided it, therefore you don't understand it in its completion. Make sense?
Yes.
When you engage in it and feel it and ride that emotional idea, that gives you the remembrance of that it is that of the illusion. That gives you the remembrance that it is not you. This is what heals it. Then you shift. You want to shift. Shifting is healing, truly. Shifting is engaging in what keeps you limited. The idea, I will, let's say, echo that of Bashar. You hold on to your negative energies. You fight for them. One of the ways of fighting for them is avoiding them. Make sense?
Okay.
You sticking with me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, let's take, for example, I have a negative vibration in me. Let's use Roxy's recent idea. There was a paradigm behind abundance that she has, let's say, been harboring deep within her. For her mother, in that idea, has a huge idea on saving money. We can't afford it. We don't deserve it. Money is bad. And she grew up with these ideas. Synchronistically, going through them all, she found peace in them. However, the journey through them all sucked.
Yeah.
Because she was fighting to make money instead of allowing to make money. Because of her definition behind it. She didn't deserve it because of what she was taught. Although she said she truly didn't believe it. Until she engaged in that feeling of like, holy cow, am I okay? Then, am I okay accepting money? Then, here's what the kicker was. She was defining abundance within the spiritual idea of ascension as being that of, let's say, not so needed, which is complete bullshit. Everyone needs abundance in this space-time now.
Yeah.
Because that provides access to higher ideas of impartation in this channel idea of Roxy. Now let's shift to you. Where are you hiding your own feelings about a definition that calls up the negative vibration? Remember, if you have a harboring idea of negativity within you, it will birth itself in many ways that you may not seem to recognize as a belief hidden. It just comes up, and if any action thwarts you from your joy, then you know that's it. It may be defined as A, but it truly is B. But until you engage in A, you don't expose B. Roxy needed to accept the idea of abundance, that she deserved it. Then that exposed her definition in the spiritual world that she doesn't need to make money. Make sense? She didn't even see that second one until she realized the first one.
Yeah, okay.
This is what you call a bridge belief into the core belief. The core belief is birthed in many ways, once again. However, it bubbles up to the conscience expression is yet to be, let's say, undefined, for it cannot be defined because there's many belief systems that mutate it on up. However, every exposure of a belief and then every action upon that in contemplation in taking the vibrational action of your joy in the moment, seeing that it is false, leads down to the core belief of separation. Do you see how complex it is to ascend? It really is. That's why this is a master class. Make no mistake about it. You can sit up here in the la-la land and play with a lot of fun ideas. But the idea the mirror will give you is still resonating with that of separation, so therefore you're only going to get to a point of waking up. You may have many different versions of your awake idea, but still it's within the same frequency band, and you are not going beyond yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Deep stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's hard.
But also, let me give you this. Rejoice in this. For if you weren't vibrating with this, we wouldn't be talking about it. So this means that you set up this conversation. You wrote this conversation. You are telling you through the idea of me about this idea, which most certainly you can understand, for you are listening to it. So rejoice in that. Don't discount your godhood. Oh, no.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right.
Yeah.
So does that make sense?
It makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. And so I guess when I'm having, like today's a better day. There's a bit of a shift in the night or something, but like yesterday, very kind of just lost. I have set myself up in situations with people where I can easily be taken advantage of financially, and just my self-worth just kind of gets lost and all of that.
Now we're digging. You set yourself up. Okay, now listen now. I just got this from me. When you said the idea of you set yourself up,
yeah,
and let's say to being a victim in an idea of abundance, taking advantage of, right?
Yes.
All right. Then you jumped right to the what? What was the word you say? The deserving?
Yeah, self-worth.
The self-worth deserving. All right. Now, forget the abundance. Forget that. That is what we're talking about, is how it's represented through the belief systems in physical idea and conscious idea. Now let's dig down to the core belief. That's the bridge belief. That's its representation. Okay. Why are you not worth it? Who told you at one time or another that you don't deserve, you're not worth it?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I say I don't know. I do know. I got those messages as a child. I got in this life. I have understanding that I have other lives where I had major self-worth issues. And so I think some of that came in with me, and I think it's big now because it's time to fucking once and for all deal with it.
Deal with it. All right. So don't worry. Listen now. Don't worry about the other lives, because they're all now and they're all you.
Now.
You don't want to pile too much shit on your plate.
Yeah,
Make sense?
got it. Yeah.
All right? You don't need to clear all these other lives, because you might as well be here for an eternity. That's not the joy. Everything is now. Everything is you right now. And all of these exposures to you in these other lives have led to this, because now, once again, it's a master class, and you can most certainly handle it. So breathe, relax, and know you got this. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In continuation. Now, let's look at the idea of, what is the idea behind it, the causation of it, the belief you bought into, because you were a coveter of acceptance. You wanted to be loved, and that love was not represented to you through that of your belief systems coming in through your parents, your friends, your family, siblings, anything that told you that you are not loved. You wanted to get that acceptance. So you always question, am I not worth it? Now, in your mind, consciously, you are not asking that question, but that is the representation. How can I get people to love me? What am I doing wrong? I know I will, at the expense of myself, shift and do that for them over and over and over again. And if I get the acceptance, awesome. You didn't get it because you had expectations. Therefore, you tried it again in a higher fashion. And it all leads to you being taken advantage of because you're looking for them to accept you because you have no self-worth.
Yes.
Booyah.